Oh, right. What's up, guys? It has been a minute, honestly, since I've posted a video and since I've done my world pick. I'm sorry, I keep looking to the side. I'm so used to reading my chat over there. So as the title says, we're just gonna do our world's pick'ems. It's gonna be a chill video. I'm kind of sick right now, and I have to sleep for work soon. Um, but yeah, so I'm just gonna kind of talk about who I think is going to advance and why a little bit. I should preference this by saying I am incredibly biased. Um, One, TSM's back at Worlds, which is dangerous because I'm a Bjergsen fanboy. But also, I watch the Western scene a lot more. I watch a little bit of China and Korea, but not like too much in total. So take that into account. Another thing I'm going to say is I think that some of the Chinese teams and even Korean teams are a bit overhyped. And I'll get to that as we get to the groups. But we'll just hop right into it. Start with Group A. I think I'm a G2 fanboy, and I think even though G2 is a really volatile team, and I could actually see a world here where G2 drops games to like Machi and shit, I'm going to predict that G2 takes first in the group because I want that to happen, and because I know if they take things seriously, they could be the best team in this group by far. I also think that the third and fourth seed, which would be Suning and LGD, excuse me, sorry, are a little bit overrated because I think top esports and JD Gaming are like disgustingly good. And I think because of that, everyone's going to overrate them. I also think that I don't know anything about Machi Esports. I believe they're from the same region as PSG Talon. Maybe I'm wrong. Yeah, I believe so. But since I don't know much about them, I haven't followed them, I didn't study them, I haven't even watched their games, I'm just going to put them in fourth. It's kind of an ignorant decision, but it's just what I'm going with. Now, this is one I've been back and forth on. I don't know what I want to decide. Even though I think that Suning is overhyped because of how good Top and JD Gaming are, I don't know if I'm like confident enough in saying that Team Liquid will win. I think Team Liquid looked pretty solid in the play-in stage. I think Broxa did better than I was expecting. And we've seen him perform in past worlds. We've also seen him underperform. And I think he's a really big part of this. Because I think, is it SOFM? I think that's the jungler. I think the jungler of Suning's plays a really creative style. And, I mean, just most of the Chinese junglers actually play really wild. And I feel like that's the biggest gap when it comes to NA, probably, is our junglers. So I'm unsure if I want to put Suning or Liquid in second. I can see a world where Liquid gets out because they have a really consistent play. And I think if one of the Chinese teams was to underperform, my bet was on Suning and LGD. LGD already doing so kind of in the play-ins. They picked it up a bit on the back half, but, it didn't... It's not, like, extremely convincing because the teams they were beating weren't super wild. They beat... I don't remember the two teams that they beat. But I did watch the games, and I wasn't, like, extremely convinced. I do still think LGD is amazing, but Suning, I'm not sold on. I think it makes more sense to put them second. I kind of want to put Liquid second, though, because, Western bias, like I said. I'm going to leave it for now, come back to it. When it comes to Group B, I think it's pretty easy. I liked watching PSG Talon. They played an aggressive style. It was really enjoyable to view in the play-ins. I think they're getting last in the group. I think Damwon is probably the best team in the world. I'm not sure because, obviously China has performed the best at the last few worlds, and JD Gaming looks amazing, Top Esports looks amazing, but I think Damwon was just so dominant in Korea. I don't think the competition is as deep out there. I still think what they were doing was incredible. I like watching them play a lot. I don't know what that noise was. Oh, it was my league client, actually. Because I'm doing my pick'ems, I just got a word. But yeah, I think Damwon gets first. I think JD Gaming gets second. I like Rogue a lot. Rogue's a fun team to watch. I like their logo. But they just got unlucky, dude. Like, super unlucky. This is the hardest possible group you could get, and they got put into it. And that sucks. Because I think, if you put them in any of these other groups, I could see a world where they get out. But yeah, I think Group B is pretty decided. JD could take first. I think it'll be Damwon, but it could go to either. But I'm pretty sure these two go out, and these two get this position, and it's no debate. Now, Group C. Okay, so 1, TSM fanboy. That's the preference. Western bias, Bjergsen bias. I think this group is incredibly interesting, and I think it'll be really fun to watch. I don't think Fnatic's been that consistent. Like, even though I thought their playoff run was pretty decent until they ran into the eventual champions in the finals of G2, I still feel like they play a lot more around individual play rather than team play. I also, however, think that Selfmade's a monster, and I could see him really attacking some of these junglers. But then again, Peanut's been playing on form once again. I'm excited to see TSM's young talent like Spica and Broken Blade. I think Broken Blade, I think there's a world in this group where Broken Blade can run away with games. I also, however, think that a lot of the time, he can get leads really well, and then he throws them. I think Bjergsen matches up fine against the mid laners. I think actually Nemesis is a mid laner to be most worried about within this group. But I don't know. The way I see it is, I could see a world where anyone gets out of this group. And I think if Selfmade is popping off, then Fnatic probably leave this group in first place. Now, I don't know, not just Selfmade popping off, because I think he'll play well regardless. But, if there's more team play, and especially, if Hilly's on one, if Hylissang's on one, then Fnatic should be able to get first in this group. When it comes to Gen G, though, obviously, I personally believe that Ruler's maybe the best AD carry in the world. I like watching Jackie Love a lot. I don't really think a Western player is up for debate about it, which kind of sucks, but I don't think one is. So this is definitely a battle of bot lanes, legendary bot lanes. However, I have to put it, it's their first time in Worlds in 2 years, and I can't just vote them out. They're my boys. Do I think they're... It's weird because I think if TSM doesn't get first, they can't get out of the group, because I feel like they have to win early and just roll off of that confidence. And I think if we go into tiebreaker scenario, history has shown us it will not go well for us. However, I am going to put TSM in second. I'm gonna give first to Gen G, and I think Fnatic's gonna miss out here. I also think there's a world where LGD's last. I'm sorry. I mean, I've said multiple times I think there's a world where anyone can get out, but I could see Fnatic taking first again if Selfmade goes absolutely crazy. And same with Hylissang if Hylissang pops off. I think I'm gonna lock my group like this though. I'm cool with that. Group D, FlyQuest will not be getting first in this group. Top Esports will be getting first. I don't think it's close. I think Top Esports is probably... So I could see Unicorns of Love taking a win off of them just from a crazy draft and stuff. But I'm pretty sure Top Esports just 6-0s this group. I think Dragon X is not that crazy. I think Chovy's an amazing mid laner. but it kind of felt like watching the playoffs, Chovy was just like dragging this team through. I could see a world where any of these teams get out. Um, Power of Evil and Ignar, they kicked TSM out of Worlds a couple years back, and then they took SKT to 5 games, and that was really crazy. Now this is a completely different team. I like Wildcard a lot. I don't think he's like the young Han Sama at that time. And who else was on that team? It was Maxlor in the jungle. I think Santorin's comparable to Maxlor. And then was it Alfari top? I don't remember who the top laner was. But I don't think they help out Solo too much. Like FlyQuest, it's almost like they're used to leaving Solo on an island and him just like having to figure it out. Man, here's the thing. If I put... No. I'm not going to say FlyQuest because I could see any of these teams getting second, and I wouldn't mind for it to be FlyQuest, but I actually think, and this is me just like being hopeful, another Albus Nox situation where the Unicorns of Love just come out and really step it up, I would love to see that. I think FlyQuest gets last. I don't think DRX is a terrible team. I just think they're overhyped because of how good of a team Damwon is. I actually think that DRX is the third best team in Korea. I think Gen G's like way better. And honestly, I think this would be my pick'ems. Like there's a lot I could switch here. Maybe Liquid, Suning, anyone in this group. I want TSM to be top 2 though, so I'm going to put them there. I don't think Group B is a question. I think this happens regardless. Maybe PSG takes over Rogue, but I don't know. I think Damwon and JD Gaming are just really scary. I think Top Esports is also extremely scary. Probably 6-0 this group, maybe a 5-1. I could see a world where FlyQuest beats DRX, Unicorns of Love beat DRX. I do, however, think if it goes to tiebreakers, then the more expected team to win will win. So, like, even though I have Unicorns here, I think if it goes to a tiebreaker, then DRX will take it, But I'm hopeful that that won't happen. So, yeah, to sum it up, G2 Esports, Team Liquid, Suning Machi Esports in Group A. Damwon Gaming, JD Gaming, Rogue, PSG Talon in Group B. I don't think it's close. I think these guys are disgusting. Group C, I'm going with Gen.G, TSM, Fnatic, and LGD. I think Gen.G's amazing. And I think all 4 of these teams are amazing. It's like, even though I know a lot of people call this the group of death because it's like 2 guaranteed teams, and if you get into this group, it's considered like the death group, but I would consider Group C the group of death because I think all 4 of these teams are solid teams that could be top 8 in the tournament. I don't know if they're all top 8, but they could be. Like, you could see a world where they are, and 2 of them have to die here. Like, I think if you put any of these teams in Group A, you probably favor them to get out and under G2, and any of these teams in Group D, you also probably favor them to get out under Top Esports. So yeah, I think it sucks that 2 of these teams will be going home early, but it is a hype-ass group for sure. And then Group D, Top Esports, Jackie Love, Knight, they're absolutely disgusting. I love Karsa, so they're going to 6-0. That's my prediction. Like, if we could put in numbers here, I would say 6-0. Unicorns of Love, that's my spicy pick. I mean, a lot of people would say it's pretty spicy having 2 NA teams get out. I would agree with that. I feel like that's probably a little crazy. I think Team Liquid's more likely to get out than TSM, but Unicorns of Love is my spicy pick. I think anyone could get out of this group, and if it does go to a tiebreaker, like I said, Dragon X will probably get out. I'm just hopeful that the crazy drafts of the Unicorns will push them through. And I really loved watching them in play-ins, so that's probably given me recency bias and skewed my perception. maybe DRX comes out and just shits on them. But I don't know. We'll see. Time will tell. Those are my predictions. This is my pick'ems. This will probably age terribly. We will see. And yeah, that's about all I have for now. World starts tonight, I believe, at 1 a.m. With Top Esports versus FlyQuest as the first game. I think FlyQuest probably gets shit on, but maybe they pull out some crazy upset. It's going to be exciting. And I hope G2 Esports wins the tournament, because I was heartbroken last year. I really thought they were going to win. I put them as winning all the way, and we went to the finals. It was right on my birthday, and I was like, this is it. My team's going to make it, because TSM didn't make it to the tournament, so I'm a Perks fanboy as well. And then they just got annihilated by FPX, so hopefully it doesn't happen again. But yeah, we will see. I guess I'll say roll the outro, Future Parker, because I don't have much more for you. Bye-bye. Thank you for watching, and hopefully I'll see you again. Bye-bye.
See you again.